way that we live is not for everybody, okay? It's not, all right? Because we're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner. And so we're going to get that play style right first, right? And then the structure of what we do doesn't really matter, 3-4, 4-3. Everybody really plays the same coverages to some point, all right? The structure doesn't matter to me. The main thing that matters to me is, are we going to be arriving violently, all right, and we're going to turn the ball over, all right? We're going to make sure we disrupt these quarterbacks. If you don't do it the right way, you're going to get called out on it, okay? There's only one way to do it, and that's the way that we want it done. And if that's not the way that you want to live, that's fine, okay? All right, you'll probably be somewhere else. But we're going to do it that way. If we, as coaches, take the gray area out of it, I believe our players play fast. If they have good ideas, we'll listen, all right? This is a collaborative deal. This is not about me. This is not about the staff. This is about us as a unit playing high-level ball. I'm not really a rah-rah guy, okay, especially on game day. I believe if you're doing a lot of yelling on game day, you haven't done your job during the week. We're known for turning the ball over, and that's what we're going to do here. Ball is life, all right? And so it's like air, and we got to have it. We got to get it. The guy struggles to learn at times. That is our job to make sure that we teach them in many different facets, in many different ways, so that guy can get it. All right, that's our job. That's what they pay us, what they pay us. They don't pay us all this money just to go in there and put it up on the board, and if certain guys can't get it. No, it's your job to make sure they can get it. And if a coach sits there and says he can't learn, he probably can't coach. So we have a base structure of what we want to do, very similar to what we did when we went to Dallas, okay? Everybody just knew when we went to Dallas that we were going to run ATL 3s or the Seattle 3 packaged, and it was probably fourth or fifth game when they realized, oh, they're not doing that. And so what we're going to do, and that's another reason why we brought coaches from different schemes, and we were very strategic from where we brought these coaches from, because we're going to build the commander defense. It's not going to be exactly what we did in Dallas. Okay, and if you think it is and you go watch all the Dallas film, all right, good for you. You're going to be mistaken. We're going to build this thing. We have the structure that we want, but we're going to take the ideas from all the coaches that we have on the defensive staff. We're going to do it just like we did in Dallas. We listened to every coach on the staff in Dallas, and we built it together, and that's what we're about to do. We're about to build this thing from the ground up with the understanding that we do have a base structure of what we want to do. That's not for everybody to know. He's just the best human being that I've probably been around in football, all right? So I'm all in with him, 100%. And then as a coach, he allows you to be creative. He wants you to think outside of the box. He wants you to go going into last year, this offseason, last 2 years in a row prior to that, 21 and 22, we were the number one team in the league for 2 years in a row in turnovers. You know what the first thing he told me to do? Joe, how can we get more turnovers? I want you to research, how do you get more turnovers? Because the ball is life. If I ask you a question and you say, that's the way I've always done it, it can be changed, all right, because that's not a very good answer. All right, so we're going to always try to find a way to get better and level up and think outside of the box, because that's what these offenses are doing. All right, these motions and these shifts and these formations that these guys are doing that's coming from the college game. If you don't think it's outside of the box, you will fall short. And so we will be innovative in that way. And we owe a lot to this city and this fan base to make sure that we put a product on the field that they can be proud of. But most importantly, we're here for one thing, and that's to win. We're here to win, and we're here to play a style of football that when you see us play, you understand that we're trying to let the other team know that they shouldn't be on the field with us. As coaches, when you start to lose sometimes, coaches start to stay later. And my thought process is, because I don't care if we won, I've been on 20 wins in a row, and I've lost 6 in a row, okay? I go home the same time because I'm giving you everything I have every time. So when coaches started to stay later after we've lost 2 or 3 games, man, you were cheating us, because if you thought that was going to give us a better chance of winning, you would have done it before we lost. So to answer your question is, I'm going to give everything I have to those guys every time they see me, all right? And then I can sleep well at night after that. It's an honor to be in the NFL, okay? All right. There's only 32 of these opportunities. And then to be here with the Commanders, a team that has just rich history, a team that one of my best friends, Marcus Washington, played for. Ryan Clark has already said. Sean Taylor is my favorite player. All right. So it means a lot to be able to be a part of what we're about to do and bring a high-level brand of defense. I mean, it's to my core. When I got the job, Marcus called me and said, "I know you're going to have those guys running and hitting like we were," and that's what we're going to aim to do.